Let's talk about the CRM, or Customer Relationship Management, portion of Contractor's Office. It has three components: the contacts, the schedule, and mail. Mail consists of standard letters that come with the system, and letters that you've created. You can create a new one right there, or you can double click on one and maintain it. Mail merge is the feature that allows you to take a standard letter and send it to a group of contacts that is determined by a set of criteria. You can print them and send them. You can email them. You can create envelopes or labels for them. Get mail is related to your email. So it's a matter of looking at your email and searching through the email from the email server for email addresses that match the email addresses in the contact record. If there's a match, the information from the email will be recorded for that contact. Email history is all the emails you've sent and all the emails you've received. And you can use these criteria to select the grouping that you would like to see. Schedule is the tasks and appointments for a day, for a week. Contacts. This is your customers, prospects, neighbors, friends, relatives, and so on, and all the information about them. The header information is about how the screen works. So these directional arrows are first, previous, next, last. We can print the contact, we can add a new one, we can find one based on one of these criteria. We can list them, double click on the one you want. We can filter them. You can say, based on a certain criteria, I want to see all the contacts, and then you can work with that group. Viewing order is the order in which the sequence in which you want to look at them. So if you were to say state, and you're looking at this in Ohio, and you click on next, it will go in order by state in alphabetical order. Databases. There's a contacts database, and there's a subs and vendors database. The menu is relative to this particular contact, the one that's on the screen. Delete it. Text fields pertains to all the fields that are variable in length. If you notice, all the fields here, other than comments, are fixed length. Well, there are 9 text fields that you can name that are variable in length. Directions, information about the job, all the variable length information that you have relative to that contact. Other addresses. If I go back here, this is the address of your contact. Well, other addresses are addresses of jobs. So if the job addresses differ from the contact, you'd put that address in here, and you would cross-reference the job to that address. To do and status are cyclical. To do means put something on the schedule, whether it's a task or an appointment for this contact. And once that task or appointment is completed, what's the status? Once you've registered the status, is there a next to do? So as I said, it's cyclical. Letters and email. There's those standard letters. What this is for is, I want to write one of those standard letters to this contact. So I would click on that, select the letter, and write it. And then I could email it or print it. Once I've done that, that letter is saved in the saved letters for that contact. So I could go back to those saved letters and take that letter and edit it and send it, or just resend it. Email is all the emails that I've sent or received for this contact. Profile picture. That allows me to get a picture of this particular person and place it in the contact record. Actually, it appears right up there in the contact record. Estimates, order processing, and map. These are external to this screen, but they're not external to this contact. So if I click on estimates, it's all the estimates relative to that contact. If I click on order processing, it's the request for quotations, purchase orders, and invoices relative to that contact. Map says take this address information and either go to MapQuest or Google Map, whichever you decide, and present the map of that location. Now we'll talk about the record itself. 3 segments to the record are the demographic information. In that demographic information is when we first contacted them, the last time we contacted them, and the next time we're supposed to contact them. The information in here is up to 324 user-definable fields. They can be character fields, date, true, false, email addresses, telephone numbers, whatever a field can be, they can be. They're all user-definable. You can call them what you like. They appear in groups of 18, and each group of 18 can have a title so that you can segment the groups by whatever they represent. Job info. This is the info for the estimates that you create for this particular contact. So a list will give you all of the estimates for this contact, and then you'd see all the information for those estimates. Comments is a history. It is a date and the text for whatever history there is. When you write a letter, when you create an invoice, when you create an estimate, all that is chronicled in the comments. So you get an ongoing history. When you put something on the schedule, when you have a status, when so on. All the things that you do get chronicled in the comments. So you have a running history. Everything is in there by date and time, and it's last in, first out. All the rest of the system will be broken down in other videos.